It is the end of an age, not the end of the world. It is the end of a time, but it is the beginning of a new adventure. It is the fall and end of governments, and it is the rise of great empires for the future. It is the beginning and it is the end. Oh, do you think that the Alpha and Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end, which told you firstly of the Roman Empire, then of this age to come and of future ages to come, is anything less than the change of time, the change of an era? You think that you can cling to the past. You want all things to remain as they were. But you are no longer Cro-Magnon. You are no longer Neanderthal. Oh no, you are not Homo erectus. You are now what you be. But understand this, that you are changing and your time is changing and your world is changing, and you are in that time that Hindu astrology would tell you is coming. For you are in the time of a short darkness changing to a time of electric, a time of power, a time of energy, a time of communications that you have never seen, experienced, or understood, a time of power that is beyond that which you have experienced. Beyond atomic power, beyond a hydrogen bomb, power that can be harnessed for good, and power that, if you continue on an amoral path, will be the ultimate destruction, just as it has been in the past. Do you really believe that this little short period of time that you think of as humanity is all that has ever existed? Do you really think that God plopped you down here 6,000 years ago and said, hey, have a go at it? It's not the first time around. And it's not the first time it has been totally destroyed. It can be again. Keep going like you are and it will be. Oh, you've seen what can happen with just a little change of the climate, just a little change of things from drilling and fracking, oh, earthquakes and fires and a little bit of wild weather. Those are minor things. A little tsunami here, a little tsunami there. Do you really think? Don't just go a little further. Yeah, and you will see what happens when tectonic plates move. You'll get to see the United States of America and Canada split right down the middle. But you think that's big news? You really think that's big? Just harness technology and use it wrong like has been done in the past. And guess what? You will again be living like you lived in the past, in a virtual Stone Age. Well, it won't be all that virtual. It'll be a real Stone Age because you will be starting from scratch. Of course, some people would have knowledge, if they survive, or if they've stored it in a way that anybody can retrieve it. without any of the common sources of power. And oh, you've forgotten so many things that you won't be able to build or utilize or do, things that could have been done just a couple of 100 years ago. What do you think happened with the collapse of the Roman Empire? Oh, people couldn't even sustain the buildings. What makes you think that if everything goes awry now, anything would work any better? Oh, that you would run sewage systems or that you could make electricity work. What makes you think that if you misuse these things, that they will not destroy you? And yet there is the potential in this new age, this new energy, this new era coming, that you can have wireless electricity siphoned to run the entire world, that you will be able to use magnetic fields and light to your advancement and for healing, that you will be able to control the weather, and that you will be able to advance the fertility of the earth so that it becomes once again the world it was when it was controlled years ago by those who some think were gods, but were men just like you, men, women, and children, using the technologies that were lost before the turning of an age, and the turning of an age, and another turning of an age, and another turning of an age. How many times do you think the ages have turned? And your scientists with their conjectures, oh, they can tell you how many billion years old the universe is. No, they can't. They do not yet have a clue how old it is. They think it was birthed much earlier than it was. It is much older, much more ancient, and you have been through many more ages and cycles and turnings of ages. Why then do they think it is so new? Why do they think in terms of only 4 or 8 billion years? Well, one thing is they haven't learned to measure. Another thing is they haven't learned how time condenses as it becomes infinitesimally faster, which means the turning of ages is different as the ages expand and as the universe expands. There is a slowing. But even that, even when they learn to account for that, they will have not taken into account the fact that the universe itself has been birthed and rebirthed and rebirthed. But let's forget that and just remember this. Your soul, your spirit, your essence of being is eternal. From the time of your soul's inception, the divine is without beginning and without end. And the divine is hidden in that one place that you seldom wish to look. It is buried deep within the one place that you truly wish not to dig. It is in your heart. Look within, and you shall find all that exists without. We leave you with blessings and with peace. Peace be with each of you.